A real beginner when it comes to colognes and you're lost when it comes to the world of fragrances, don't worry, I'm here to help you. My name is Oscar from Just Smell Better, the best fragrance channel in the world. And today I'm going to teach you 5 things you should know before you buy your first cologne. I'm making this video because when I was new, all I would do is watch like Jeremy's top 10 fragrances, then go on Scentbird or Scentbox and then just sample those colognes. But I ended up sampling things like, let's say, Versace Eros, which I fell in love with, but the samples were like what, $15-20 for a small amount when you can get this for like $50. I'm not saying Scentbird is not worth it, but when it's a cheap cologne, then you're definitely making a mistake, you know. So definitely avoid making some mistakes. The first thing I want to tell you is colognes are not too expensive. I'm not saying this as a privileged, you know, kid with a lot of money. I'm not rich, you know. I'm a little broke too myself, but you gotta learn how to manage your money. For example, today I was home alone and I didn't feel like cooking breakfast. So you know what I did? I ordered Starbucks from DoorDash. You know how much that was, bro? For a coffee and a chicken maple burger, it was $22. $22, bro. It's like $8 for coffee, $7 for the burger, and the rest is tips and delivery. You know what I could have bought with those $22, bro? Something like Issey Miyake, bro. Issey Miyake or fucking F Black, you know, by Salvatore Ferragamo. Like, yes, I enjoyed my coffee, bro. I felt like a white girl, you know, walking and sipping my Starbucks, you know, my iced latte, pumpkin spice, whatever. And the burger was good. But it's like, I don't need it. I could have cooked some eggs and ham, bro, and just bought a cologne. I'm not saying prioritize your colognes and don't eat, but I'm definitely saying like manage your money. Like, for example, you dumbasses who are addicted to nicotine, you know how much you spend on vapes, on sucking a little vape? You know how much you spend on that shit, bro? I bet it's over $100 a month. So if you think you can't afford a cologne, just go look at all your subscriptions, Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, all that bullshit. Go look at all the money you spend on fast food. Go look at all the money you spend on weed, crackheads, and tone down on the unhealthy stuff, and you know, enjoy a nice healthy addiction like cologne, you know. The second tip that I want to give you is, if you think again cologne is expensive, this is not about cologne being expensive, but it's just, it relates. The second tip is don't buy retail. Like, never buy retail. I know this is obvious, but let me explain it a little bit further. So it's not like I don't step foot into Macy's, Ulta, Sephora, especially Sephora, bro. Like, it feels awkward walking into that shit when it's all full of girls. But yeah, I walk in with your chest up, be like, yeah, I'm here to smell the colognes. Where's the cologne section? Where's the men's section? You know, I recommend walking into a store, spraying one on your wrist, one on the other wrist. Maybe if you want to push it, spray like on the top of the arm, so you can have 4 colognes to smell throughout the day. You can smell the dry down, you know, which is the most important thing, because they hook you into the opening. You know what they say when you write essays, bro? The opening, the hook, is the most important thing, because that's when you buy. You smell it, you're like, yeah, it smells good, and then you buy, you waste your money. But smell the dry down, smell how it performs on your skin, and then throughout the day you can see, you know, if it's worth it. And when you like one cologne, don't go back to Macy's and buy it. Go to discounters like FragranceNet. My favorite one is Joma Shop, and they're heavily discounted, bro. I'm talking like over 40% off. Versace Dylan Blue and Macy's, or all these, I don't got anything against Macy's, but that's the most common, you know, retail store that I find my fragrances in. Macy's, Sephora, Ulta, Dylan Blue is over $100. I'll give it like a generous $95. But on Joma Shop, this thing is around $40. Let's say $50, just to be nice, you know, just to be nice to retail. That's over 50% of your money saved. You know what you can do with that 50%? Yeah, you can buy another cologne. You can buy another cologne, and you can have 2 for the price of 1. So that's a good life hack. Just go to the store, sample some cologne, smell the dry down, and then buy on discounters, you know. The third tip that I can give you when buying colognes is, don't be a dumbass like me and just buy whatever you want, you know. Don't just randomly blind buy. Like, you know how many colognes I got that I don't really use? Like, a lot of these smell the same. My life is pretty boring. You know what I do with my life? I go to wrestling school, so I don't wear cologne. I go to the gym. The only colognes I wear to the gym is, let's say, YSL YDP, which I don't have right now because my girlfriend stole it from me, and Versace Pour Rome. Those are my main two. I go to dates with my girl. I do change up my colognes for dates because that's my only chance I get to like show off my cologne. And that's basically it, bro. I do like 3 things. The rest, I go to work, which I don't wear cologne to work. So I don't have much of a need when it comes to wearing colognes, you know, but I got a bunch of colognes that smell the same. For example, I got so many freshies, so many like, let's say, dark and seductive date night scents. And it can just get like repetitive, you know, and you don't need them, which is a waste of money. Like if you have Versace Eros, the blue one, the EDT, you don't really need Versace Eros Flame. If you got an Aqua di Gio, you don't need all the other concentrations of Aqua di Gio. It's just do your research, basically. Like, don't blind buy like me. Don't blind buy like me. I blind buy for content, which, you know, it's a risk by itself. But just like I said, go sample and make sure the colognes are not repetitive. It's going to save you a lot of money and it's going to save your bank account. Like, trust me, guys. The 4th fragrance tip that I'm going to teach you guys is something that I just learned. It's going to be how to spray on yourself, how to make your fragrance last the longest. You know, there's a common mistake that I see a lot of people do, especially beginners. When I go to Sephora and smell colognes, I see people like spraying it on their wrist and then going like this, which by itself doesn't destroy the fragrance chemicals. I just saw this from a YouTube video, which I'm gonna put in the description because I learned a lot from it. Rubbing your wrist doesn't necessarily break down the chemicals from the fragrance, which is what a lot of people think, but it actually like gives a little bit of heat, which causes the fragrance to evaporate a little bit faster, which makes it therefore last less, you know, and it starts to go into the dry down a little bit faster. People usually spray on their pulse points, which is your neck, your wrist, I don't know what else, like your armpits, your balls. Don't spray on your balls, you know, just to avoid maybe like the chemicals which can be dangerous to your skin. I do prefer spraying on my shirt, on my clothes. People say to not spray on your clothes, and I think that is dumb as fuck. Like, why would you not spray on your clothes? It protects your skin, first of all, and it doesn't really damage your clothes. People say it stains your clothes. I think that's a lie, bro. I have not gotten a single shirt stained from cologne. And the other reason why I spray on my shirt, not only to protect my skin, is because it actually makes the fragrance last the longest. When you spray on your neck, the heat makes it evaporate a little bit faster. You know, with the heat, the fragrance evaporates, so it projects better, but it lasts less. You know, so when you spray on something a little cooler like your shirt, it's just gonna stay there for longer because it's not gonna evaporate as fast, which is why I always found it interesting when I sprayed on my sweater. I could smell it for days. You know, people claim that fragrances last for 4, 6, 8 hours, and I was like, bro, I smelled this on my sweater over like, you know, I sprayed it 2 days ago, you know, so I was so confused. But now it makes sense. Your fragrance lasts way longer on your shirts, on your hoodies. So if you want another little secret for you to implement with the girls, spray your cologne on your hoodie. You know, let's say you're going on a date, spray it on your hoodie, and then at the end of the date, give them the hoodie, and then they're gonna be thinking about you all night long, bro. When they wake up, they're gonna smell the hoodie. It's gonna smell like you. That's gonna be your scent, and then you're gonna be on her mind all day. So just a little bonus tip for my boys out there trying to get some girls, you know, spray on your hoodie, not your skin. The 5th and final tip is to not listen to fragrance creators like me. We all make subjective videos about colognes, you know, top 10 best smelling fragrances. Don't buy these fragrances. Worst fragrances that smell like ass, you know, like we all make subjective videos, and it is fun to watch. It is interesting to watch. It is good to like get other people's opinions, and it's fun to make, you know, it's fun to talk about our hobby. Who doesn't want to talk about our hobby, you know, with other people that enjoy the same hobby? But we all have subjective noses. Our noses are different. I've seen a lot of people shitting on the brand new Versace Eros Energy, but I am going to give it myself a try before I hate on it. I've been scouting all over my area trying to find it, and I can't find it, but I will smell it before I give my opinions, my honest opinions. Just because I don't like something like Bond Number 9 Bleecker Street doesn't mean you're not gonna like it. Just because I don't like Dylan Blue, it doesn't mean you're not gonna like it. A lot of teenagers like it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm still gonna give my honest opinions. I'm gonna say Versace Dylan Blue smells like ass, and that's up to you to believe or not. But just don't take everything for heart. You know, this is for fun. You know, like lighten up a little bit, bro. Come on now. But that's gonna be it. Hopefully you learned something new. If you're a beginner, I'll probably make like a top 5 colognes for beginners. Even though I just said don't listen to me, but you know what it is. Like we're all hypocrites. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something new. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Just smell better.